Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Saturday. We got 15 matchups on this MLB slate today, guys. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. Working our way to 20K subs, guys. So appreciate all the subs. And check out all my betting links in the description below, guys. Great promos with BetMGM. Get up to $1,500 in bonus bets if your first bet doesn't win. And other great promos with FanDuel and DraftKings as well, guys. So go ahead and check those out in the description below. Really great boost. A lot of boosts and all kinds of stuff today for MLB with this monster slate. So go ahead and take advantage of those, guys. And yeah, we'll hop in it. Monster slate today. We've been crushing MLB the first 2 days of the season. I mean, we've been on fire. Hope to keep it rolling again today. And also, if you want to hop on my private Discord, the link is in the description. We've been hot in MLB and giving out some MLB parlays, and we've been crushing in there. So that's where you'll get all my MLB plays as well. And yeah, we'll hop in it. 15 matchups, monster slate today, starting with the Milwaukee Brewers versus the New York Mets. Mets opening up as home favorites at -125. The Brewers +105 with the over-under at 8. Brewers coming into this matchup 1-0. The Mets 0-1. Pitching for the Brewers is D.L. Hall. Pitching for the Mets is Luis Severino. Hall didn't pitch last year, so he only has one start in 2022 where he pitched 3 innings and gave up 5 runs. So yeah, DJ Hall getting a return back from not being in last year. Severino, his last 3 starts on the mound last season, he gave up 2, 4, and 0 runs, pitching about 4 to 7 innings. And Milwaukee beating the Mets yesterday 3-1, holding the Mets to 1 hit. They pretty much dominated the Mets. The Mets kind of looked like a disaster, and not a good way to start for the Mets, who really couldn't even hit the ball. Great job by Freddie yesterday. Milwaukee 8-1 against the Mets. The under's hit in 4 out of the last 5 on the road against the Mets. Maybe the under's a good play, especially if Mets are going to be struggling hitting the ball. But yeah, I can't believe the Brewers are getting underdog money on the road with how bad the Mets looked yesterday. It's a new day. We're going to see what happens, but getting plus money with the Brewers, who looked pretty solid yesterday on defense and hit the ball pretty decent. Give me the Brewers +1.5 on the road here. Next matchup, we've got the Atlanta Braves versus the Philadelphia Phillies. Braves opening up as road favorites at -130. The Phillies +110 with the over-under at 8.5. Braves coming into this matchup 1-0. The Phillies 0-1. Pitching for the Braves is Max Fried. And then pitching for the Phillies is Aaron Nola. Fried, his last 3 starts, I mean, he was very solid all year for the Braves last season. He gave up 3, 1, and 1 runs in his last 3 games. Nola gave up 4, 0, and 2 runs in his last 3 starts. Braves, big win against the Phillies yesterday to start the season outright, 9-3. Spencer Strider had a great game. They hit very well. And Philly giving up 9 runs is not a good look to open up the season. Atlanta, the overs hit in 5 of the last 7 on the road against the Phillies, so I think the over is a good play today. Yeah, for me, it's hard to bet against Atlanta. I mean, put up 9 runs yesterday, looked very good. We know this is a good Braves team, and I just didn't see enough. It's a new day. That's the beauty of baseball. It is a new day, but I didn't see enough yesterday to make me want to roll with the Phillies today. Give me the Braves on the road. Next matchup, we've got the Los Angeles Angels versus the Baltimore Orioles. Baltimore opening up as home favorites at -160. The Angels +130 with the over-under at 8.5. Pitching for the Angels is Griffin Canning. And then pitching for the Orioles is Grayson Rodriguez. Canning, his last 3 starts last season, he pitched about 6 innings, gave up 2, 2, and 4 runs in his last 3. Rodriguez, his last 3 starts last season, he gave up 5, 1, and 2 runs. Dominating win for Baltimore at home, 11-3 in the opener against LA. I just think it's going to be another tough year for LA. I mean, Mike Trout's probably going to be the only one that really does anything for this team on offense. And I just don't think there's much confidence with LA. Baltimore looked really good. LA 1-6 against Baltimore. The overs hit in 5 of the last 6 on the road against Baltimore. So maybe the overs a good play today, especially if Baltimore is hitting like they did in their opener. But yeah, I think I got to roll with the Orioles at home here. Next matchup, we've got the Cleveland Guardians versus the Oakland Athletics. Cleveland opening up as road favorites at -140. Oakland +115 with the over-under at 7.5. Guardians coming into this matchup 2-0. Oakland 0-2. Pitching for the Guardians is Tanner Beebe, and then pitching for Oakland is J.P. Sears. Beebe, his last 3 starts, he pitched 5, 7, and 5 innings, gave up 1, 2, and 2 runs. Sears, his last start last season, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Cleveland back-to-back, pretty dominating wins against Oakland. Yesterday, it was more of a close one, winning 6-4, but nonetheless, Oakland's, it's going to be one of those games, or one of these years. Oakland's going to be bad. You bet against Oakland. They're going to win games, but they're going to lose probably like 100-something games. So your odds of betting against Oakland is going to be very high, because they just don't have any real threats or weapons. Cleveland 9-1 on the road against Oakland, 6-0 against Oakland here. The overs hit in 7 of the last 10 against Cleveland here, and we're gonna go with Cleveland with the three-peat here. Next matchup, we've got the Minnesota Twins versus the Kansas City Royals. Twins opening up as road favorites at -130. The Royals +110 with the over/under at 8. Twins coming into this matchup 1-0. The Royals 0-1. Pitching for the Twins is Joe Ryan, and then pitching for the Royals is Seth Lugo. Ryan, his last start last season, he pitched 2 innings, gave up 1 run, had 1 strikeout. Lugo, his last start last season, he pitched 8 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Minnesota coming off a Kansas City win in their opener, 4-1. Looked pretty good in that game. They're 10-4 against Kansas City. The under's hit in 6 of the last 9 on the road against Kansas City, so maybe the under is a good play today. And I just didn't see enough from the Royals to fully want to back them here today. And I think I'm going to take the Twins on the road. Next matchup, we got the Pittsburgh Pirates versus the Miami Marlins. Marlins opening up as home favorites at -120. The Pirates +105 with the over/under at 8.5. Pirates coming into this matchup 2-0. The Marlins 0-2. Pitching for the Pirates is Jared Jones, and then pitching for the Marlins is Ryan Weathers. Looks like Jones is getting his first start because there's no info on Jones. Weathers, his last start last season, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 5 strikeouts. But just 2 games prior, he gave up 5 and 4 runs. And yeah, Pittsburgh, I mean, back-to-back wins as underdogs. They should be favored in this series. In fact, they've been underdog. They've won both, 7-2 yesterday, 6-5. It was a close one, but yesterday, they dominated Miami. And Miami, tough start for the season. Not looking good in this series against Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh playing very good right now. The overs hit in 12 of their last 16 on the road, so maybe the over's a good play today, but still getting underdog value and plus money on the road. They've looked good in this series. Haven't seen enough from Miami to make me want to pay as the favorite. Give me Pirates +1.5 on the road here. Maybe sprinkle some money line as well. Next matchup, we got the Detroit Tigers versus the Chicago White Sox. Detroit opening up as road favorites at -145. The White Sox +120 with the over/under at 8.5. Detroit coming into this matchup 1-0. The White Sox 0-1. Pitching for the Tigers is Kenta Maeda. And then pitching for the White Sox is Michael Soroka. Maeda, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 8 strikeouts. Soroka, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Obviously, this isn't from this season. Detroit, it was a defensive battle in their opener, beating Chicago 1-0. A nice shutout. They couldn't really get anything going offensively, but Chicago was just that bad on defense where they could not get anything going. They played good defense as well. They're holding Detroit to 1, so maybe it's good for Chicago as well. But yeah, the fact they couldn't get anything going, it's hard for me to back a team that scores 0 in the first game. It's really hard. And I like Detroit. They're 6-1 against the White Sox here. The under's hit in 7 of the last 8 on the road against the White Sox. So maybe the under's a good play today, but I just didn't see enough from the White Sox on offense to make me want to back them here. I think we'll get a little bit more action today in the hitting column for Detroit. Give me the Tigers on the road. Next matchup, we've got the Toronto Blue Jays versus the Tampa Bay Rays. Rays opening up as home favorites at -120. Toronto +110 with the over-under at 8.5. Toronto coming into this matchup 1-1. The Rays also 1-1. Pitching for the Blue Jays is Yusei Kikuchi. Pitching for the Rays is Zach Littell. Kikuchi, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Littell, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Yeah, this is just a weird. Probably, I think this is the hardest matchup to cover of every game here, because you got Tampa Bay. They won 8-2 in their opener. I'm sorry, Toronto won 8-2 in the opener. Then Toronto lost 8-2 yesterday. What are we gonna get today? Just total lopsided. Just totally lopsided here. So, the overs hit in 6 of the last 8 on the road. Maybe the over's a good play today. But yeah, this one's tough. It really is. It's been pretty flip-flop. And with Tampa Bay winning yesterday, I think Toronto steps it up today. I'm going to take Toronto +1.5 on the road, but definitely one of probably my least favorite game on this slate. Next matchup, we got the Washington Nationals versus the Cincinnati Reds. Reds opening up as home favorites at -175. The Nationals +140 with the over-under at 9.5. Nationals coming into this matchup 0-1. The Reds 1-0. Pitching for the Nationals is Patrick Corbin. And then pitching for the Reds is Hunter Green. Corbin, his last start, he pitched 4 innings. Gave up 4 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Green, his last start, he pitched 5 innings. Gave up 4 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Washington, bad opener. I mean, they lost Cincinnati 8-2. Cincinnati looked very good in the opener here. And Washington, probably going to be another struggle for them this season. I don't know, not looking too hot. The under's hit in 4 out of the last 5 between the two, so maybe the under's a good play. And despite last game being an over, the unders typically hit. But I just didn't see enough with Washington to back them on the run line. So we'll take the Reds at home in this one. Next matchup, we got the Chicago Cubs versus the Texas Rangers. Rangers opening up as home favorites at -125. The Cubs +100 with the over-under at 9.5. Cubs coming into this matchup 0-1. The Rangers 1-0. Pitching for the Cubs is Kyle Hendricks. Then pitching for the Rangers is Cody Bradford. Hendricks, his last start, he pitched 4 innings. Gave up 3 runs. Had 2 strikeouts. Bradford, his last start, he pitched 4 innings. Gave up 6 runs. Had 3 strikeouts. Yeah, what a game we had with the Rangers going to extra innings. That was a big win for them, 4-3. Nonetheless, good win for the Rangers. Chicago 1-11 on the road. They really struggled on the road last year, and they're 3-6 on the road against the Rangers here. It was a close one last game, but at home, I think I gotta back the Rangers in this one. Next matchup, we've got the New York Yankees versus the Houston Astros. Astros opening up as home favorites at -135. The Yankees +115 with the over-under at 9. Yankees coming into this matchup 2-0. The Astros 0-2. Pitching for the Yankees is Marcus Stroman. Then pitching for the Astros is Hunter Brown. Stroman, his last start, he pitched 2 innings. Gave up 2 runs. Had 2 strikeouts. Brown, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 4 strikeouts. And yeah, Yankees, I mean, looking really good to start the season. 2 underdog wins against Houston. Dominated them yesterday. Yeah, dominated them yesterday, winning 7-1. And yeah, they look good. A lot of people thought, Houston was going to dominate at home. No, it's been the opposite. Yankees are playing very good. They're 5-0 against Houston. 5-0 on the road against Houston here. So yeah, they've been good against Houston. And Houston 0-7 at home. Their home struggles really do continue. I mean, they just cannot win at home. The overs hitting 7 of their last 9 on a Saturday. Maybe the overs are a good play today. Yankees should be the favorite in here. It's kind of crazy they're not. So I'm going to continue to take the Yankees plus money. Spend cash in. Give me Yankees plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we've got the San Francisco Giants versus the San Diego Padres. Padres opening up as home favorites at -130. The Giants plus 110 with the over-under at 7.5. Giants coming into this matchup 1-1. Padres 2-2. Pitching for the Giants is Jordan Hicks. Pitching for the Padres is Dylan Cease. Hicks, his last start, he pitched 1 inning, gave up 0 runs, had 1 strikeout, and that was in 2022. Cease, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 7 strikeouts. Giants, big win over the Padres yesterday, winning 8-3. Big underdog win for them. The numbers aren't amazing for the Giants. They're 1-4 on the road against the Padres, 2-6 against the Padres, but building off a big win yesterday here. And I don't know. This one's tough here. Jordan Hicks, not too much to go off of. Didn't get any. I don't see any stats from last season here. And Dylan Cease, who they acquired, very good. And I think I got to roll with the Padres. I like the pitching matchup a little better. And a tough loss for the Padres yesterday. I think they bounced back today. We have the Padres at home. Next matchup, we got the Colorado Rockies versus the Arizona Diamondbacks. Arizona opening up as home favorites at -175. The Rockies plus 140 with the over-under at 9.5. Rockies coming into this matchup 0-2. Arizona 2-0. Pitching for the Rockies is Austin Gomber. And then pitching for Arizona is Tommy Henry. Gomber, his last start, he pitched 2 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 1 strikeout. Henry, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Colorado on a 2-game losing streak coming off they've lost back-to-back games to Arizona. Arizona's looked very good in this series. They've been hitting well. Really, the offense hasn't really been there for Colorado. They're 0-10 on the road, 1-9 on the road against Arizona. Haven't seen much to back Colorado here. They've just looked pretty horrible. And Arizona, they're coming out hot. Give me the Diamondbacks at home here. Next matchup, we got the St. Louis Cardinals versus the Los Angeles Dodgers. Dodgers opening up as home favorites at -230. Cardinals plus 180 with the over-under at 8.5. Cardinals coming into this matchup 0-2. Dodgers 3-1. Pitching for the Cardinals is Lance Lynn. Then pitching for the Dodgers is Yoshinobu Yamamoto with an ERA of 45. He did not look good in his opener. Lynn, his last start, he pitched 2 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 1 strikeout. Yeah, Yamamoto, he only pitched 1 inning against the Padres, gave up 5 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Not a great start. They paid him all that money, but it's only 1 start. I don't think it's that big of a deal. Not a good look, but I think they'll be fine. Dodgers, they look very good so far in the season. St. Louis hasn't really got anything going offensively, losing 6-3 and 7-1. Dodgers have been hitting well. Ohtani's been nice. And St. Louis 0-7 on the road against the Dodgers. I think Dodgers get a nice win here. Yamamoto, I think he has a decent game. I don't think he's going to give up 5 runs. If he does, oh man, they're going to be in trouble because they paid him a lot of money. But back at home, that was kind of a weird game. They weren't even in the United States. So I don't even really count that as a real game. Dodgers at home. Give me the Dodgers with a big win. Then the last matchup, we got the Boston Red Sox versus the Seattle Mariners. Seattle opening up as home favorites at -155. Boston +130 with the over-under at 7.5. Boston coming into this matchup 1-1. Seattle also 1-1. Pitching for the Red Sox is Cutter Crawford. And then pitching for the Mariners is Logan Gilbert. Crawford, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Gilbert, his last matchup or start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Yeah, Boston didn't get anything going offensively yesterday. Lost 1-0. Just a disappointing game for Boston. Did get the cover though on the run line. But yeah, neither team got anything going. Just a 1-0 game. Boston looked pretty good in that first game, winning 6-4 here. The overs hit in 13 of the last 16 on the road against Seattle, so maybe the over's a good play today. Yeah, I think we'll have a much better game than 1-0. I think we had a lot more hits, a lot more action. And I still like the Red Sox getting kind of bigger plus money on the road today. You know, Seattle didn't really look that good yesterday. Give me Boston +1.5 on the road here. That's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Saturday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Sunday. Have a good one.